They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. One of the standout performers recently, we have a chance now to recognize the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And what a stretch it's been for him. I mean, it goes beyond the scoring, which he has had no problem doing. He's been all
with some changes. Adebayo is checked in for Daniels. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Williams. And Prez is subbed in for Thomas. Ryan's checked in for the Warriors. Pass to Barlow. Inside, Jaquez with the steal. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Hart. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Prez. And it's Buffkin in at the one. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The shot by Barlow, no good.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Prez, no good with the triple.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. That's a thing of beauty.
Miami leading by 3. Lets it go with the 3. And it's good. 3 points on the board on the shot from Prez. Prez has got 18 points.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
That's tipped. Jaquez with the steal. Let's go. Pass to Prez. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Randall outside. Fires from the line. Good as the jump shot falls.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Jaquez outside. And here is Prez. He's got 21. And another basket for Miami.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Randall. Launches a 3. Jaquez with the rebound. Miami's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Here's Prez. Here's Buffkin. Again, the Heat good for 2.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Count it, good. Knight's got 7 points in the game.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Pass to Prez, fires the 3, and that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Warriors trail by 12. Ingram deciding where to go with it. To the middle. Here's Kuminga. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Now here's Prez. He's guarded by Knight. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Their last encounter was in the Bay Area.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Williams can't get it to go. The Warriors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Ingram finds Kuminga. Lobs it up there for Ingram, and stolen by Thomas. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for Miami. Here's Kuminga, and Kuminga throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so it's Miami, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, everybody.
Towns will be watching from the bench, so I want to see how it affects their spacings. Not easy to stretch the floor without the big fella. They miss that aspect whenever he's sitting out.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Heat.
Their three-point shooting, wow.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Prez in this game, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. They've got Ingram. Ryan is out there with Mitchell Robinson. And it's Knight in at the point. Brent, would you say the point guard is considered the toughest position to play in basketball?
You know, Kevin, I think there's been a massive shift in what the point guard represents in the NBA game. I mean, how many teams over the past couple years that have won championships have played with a traditional setup guard? What we're looking at is duos that can dribble, pass, and shoot and devastate defenses.
There's the triple, and he trains the three. Good-looking shot there from Prez. Prez has got 30.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Again, the Heat good for 2.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Knight passes to Robinson. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from outside. Ryan's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Heat leading by 15. Here's Prez. Plays it up and banks it in.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Ingram outside. For the 3. Thomas grabs the rebound.
Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Here's Prez. Misses the 3. Warriors trail by 17. Outside Knight. Pass to Ryan. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Ryan's got 6 points in the quarter.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Ingram. And let's bring up a list of some of the NBA's hottest players. Among shooting guards, These are the leading scores over the course of the last month. Well, you look at Prez, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Possibly the single most dangerous player in the league right now. I mean, a machine at the offensive end, just so hard for any defense to deal with.
You just have to say a prayer when you're guarding him. It's just about impossible. He has such a sophisticated offensive game, and no matter how the defense game plans for him, he's one step ahead.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Knight kicks to Kuminga. And here's Bryant for three. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. For Miami, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Prez with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Warriors. Arlo's checked in, and Randall subbed in for Bryant. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter of the game. Randall dishes to Knight. Will it go? And it's blocked. And Prez with a clear path to the hoop. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Heat.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The other part about tonight, you got to give credit to the coaching staff. They came in here with a great game plan, defensively locked in. They were ready for the sets. They jumped in passing lanes. They came away with steals. I mean, they anticipated just about everything.
Sinks the three-pointer.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Knight taking his time here. To the left side wing. Pulls up from the corner, and the jumper is on the mark. Ryan's got 8 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Kuminga with it. Lets the three fly. The three-pointer is right on target.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
And so it's Miami, ahead by 26 points as we... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Prez out there with Barrett. Then it's Drew. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hart in at the 4. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Prez. It's not going to go for him. Randall with some nice D. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Warriors. Pass to Kuminga. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And another one falls. Amazing.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it.